Okay, first of all, let me show you how to do the 4-up flying geese. And as I've shown before in other videos, this is something that I learned from watching the Fat Quarter shop. So what we want to do is, because we want a 2x4 flying geese finished, we're going to take our center, which is going to be the inside V part of the fabric, and this is going to be cut 6 inches. And then the actual wings of the flying geese are going to be this orange, and this fabric will be 7.5 inches. So what we'll do is we'll draw an X through the center and put right sides together. I'm using up some old fabric, so this is going to be the show side once it's sewn together. So what we'll do is we'll, like an HST, for the first corner to corner line, we're going to sew 1/4 inch on each side and then cut those apart. So let me do that and I'll be right back. So I've done that and I've cut them apart, and then what we're going to do is we're going to press them so that the seam is facing to the longer piece. For now, I'm just going to finger press this so I can show you how we proceed. So again, to the longer piece, and this is with the right sides facing out. You do want to be a little bit careful because we are working on the bias here. Now we're going to put the right sides together, and we're going to match up the corners here on one of them. So I don't know if you can see that, but here I've got right sides together and I'm matching one of the corners. These will not align together or lock together. And then what we will do is we will pin that, and then we will draw another corner to corner here, stitch 1/4 inch from the center line, and then cut that apart. So again, I'm just doing another check here. If this isn't super precise, you're okay, because on one side it may not match 100%, so that's why you only want to worry about the one edge. So I will draw it here and just make sure, and again I'll be going 1/4 inch on each side here and then cutting this apart, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I've sewn 2 times, cut apart. I do put a couple pins in just to hold it so it doesn't shift too much. So then what we're going to do is open this up like this. So if you can visualize that you're going to have one flying goose here and one here. I don't know if I can explain this, but I'll try. What you want to do is you actually want to spin your seams. So what we want to do is, this being, we'll call that the light side, we're going to do a little nip here so that this can flip over this way, and then this one will remain over on this side. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this guy to go over here and this one to lay like that. And the way to do that is to just take some scissors, and where the seams come together, you're going to just do a little nip to the seam there. Then we're going to flip this one over this way, or actually this way, and then this one this way, and that will help it lay flat. And then you'll take that to the iron and you'll give it a nice gentle press, and then from there we can line this up on our 45 degree here, 45 corner to corner like this. And we actually want to make sure we have 1/4 inch from the point up. So on my ruler, it's where that comes here, line on 45, and we want this to be 2 inches deep in the end. Let me see, we're going to actually make it 2.5 inches, sorry. So 1, 2.5. So you'll see that we have a lot of extra room here for trimming. So I'll go ahead and trim it this way, and then we'll be trimming it from the center point over. So that's 4.5. So that will be 2.25 inches from side to side. If I've done this too quickly, please reach out to me and I can explain it again. As I said, the instructions are on the Fat Quarter Shop. It's called the Easy Flying Geese method, and there's also a video called Flying Geese 5 ways. So this is the easiest way I've come up with for mass producing a bunch. Because of stitching those 4 lines, we actually are going to end up with 4 geese. So it's a quick way to do this. So I'm going to get these trimmed up and then I'll show you what we're going to be doing next. So here are the 4 geese all trimmed up. They turned out quite nicely. So now we're going to make ones that are the opposite. So we will have the highlight and the low volume in the opposite sizes. So this will be your 6 and this will be your 7.5. And then we will also need to do in another colorway. So I have a darker brown. So I need 4 in this colorway and then 4 in this. And because this is, I'm using the wrong side of the fabric, this is my right sides together. I know it's a bit confusing, but once these are all trimmed up, it'll make a lot more sense. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble these and then I'll be right back. So I'm just checking these one last time before I cut them to make sure that they are correct. That's fine, that's fine. And then I go to this one, I go, okay, that's not looking right. I open it up and I have one of them the wrong side. So I'll rip that out, re-sew it, and then I'll trim it up and I'll show you what they all look like. So now it's time to assemble our block. We also need a low volume that will act as our center, and this is 4.5 inch square. So place that in the center. And then we'll have 2 of our geese with the darker colors in the center, and they're going to be pointing towards the outside. And now we're going to take the darker brown with the point facing towards the center of the block like that. See how these are opposites? And then we're going to take another and have it pointing this way. And then we're going to have, guess what, the orange, we're going to have another facing this way and another one like this. So in essence, we have these 2 are the same, these 2 are the same, these 2 are the opposite, and then we have a center for the background. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this. The best way to do it is to create your center first. So we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam here, and then we'll press those. We'll join those, and we'll then join here. We'll join here, and then join here. So I'll take a couple pictures as I move along, and that'll show you one block done. This can be done totally scrappy. I'm trying to use up some different color browns and oranges that I have, so some of the blocks will not be using the same brown or the same orange. I will be mixing it up. So one block is sewn together. A couple of the points aren't 100% perfect. I did press them flat for this main seam, but once you've got all the blocks together, I think it's all going to blend together. The bonus part is because we did the Flying Geese 4 up, we now have enough pieces to do another block. So again, I'll go through the same method and we'll just continue to build this. Let me finish this one and then I'll show you another colorway which is part of this pattern. Here's another colorway which will form part of the pattern. So I'm using black with the lighter orange. And then I'm using this black with the lighter orange. As I said, I'm trying to use up some miscellaneous scraps that I have to put this together. And then the brown with the black. And then the brown with the black going the other way. So I'm going to assemble these and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here we go, how I plan to join it together. I'll add 2 more rows beneath. So another light and another dark, repeating. I will be finishing this at a later date. I have a sew date where I'll be putting together more blocks, but I was so excited to show you this pattern. So please like, share, comment, and let me know what you come up with. My email is sewwithdebee@gmail.com. I always love to hear from people. So until next time, sew safely and sew with Debee. Have a great day. Bye for now.